Alrighty, let's start the stream. I think there might be some issues with the encoder right now. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but let's just switch cameras here and see if everything is stable. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. We'll see. I don't know. It might just be because I'm like running at 12 FPS in-game, so maybe there's just some issues there, but I was having issues before we got to the screen, so we'll see what's going on. Maybe I'll get some alerts that help me out. Anyways, just doing Kadoom in the meantime here while I'm starting up. Did somebody just steal that branch? I'm gonna throw these torches. Oh god, what a terrible timing. Anyways, so, hey, what's up? We've got a couple things for today. I want to do this in, I just want to farm and garden and do a little bit of that on stream again. Just the way that I do it. And just, I'm kind of here to answer questions and such. Maybe we can get some arenas, but again, I've been having just having a really hard time finding matches for arenas, which has been kind of disappointing. I, I don't know. I hope that they actually merged Stena in for at least the balanced arenas, and then, like, you know, they'd pop all the time, right? So hopefully that happens at some point. But for the time... Oh, shit, I'm dead. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm dead again. Okay, I'm fine. For the time being, it's been kind of slow, which is really unfortunate. And as we talked about last time, it's like different servers just not even participating. So I guess everybody kind of has what they want from the arena coins. Man, we really don't have a lot of people here for this, do we? And I'm a puppet now, too. Great. I can use this ability, apparently, during puppet? How strange. Okay. Maybe that's just because I can switch weapons? I have no idea, actually. Alright, well anyways, I gotta get away from that bomb. Okay, there we go. So, okay, back to DPS. I'll pay attention a little bit here. And then, yeah, so just kind of a shorter stream today. That's the plan. Maybe a couple hours, 2.5 hours. I think is the. Oh god, I'm dead. Is I think the most I can do. And then we're gonna go like get dinner and stuff, which I'm excited for because some places are reopening that are pretty cool. I just like to pick up stuff, you know. But like I don't want to actually eat there. I still don't want to do that, but you know. Anyways, so that's cool. Those are kind of the plans, including my afternoon plans. So I hope you enjoy that. Let me kill this big tree here. This could be a little complicated, actually. Okay, I think big tree is dead. Oh, I actually have to turn on in-game sounds, too, so I can hear what the tree is saying. Tree, tell me what you're... Okay, hold on. Priorities. Survival first, then sound. Alright, good. Alright, everything's fine now. The stream is actually good. Alright. I also advertised this everywhere today, including the official Discord, so hopefully some newer players will come in and ask questions and try to learn something, or, you know, if we want to theorycraft about things. Now it's a really good time for that. As it usually ends up being, we end up talking about game dev stuff. We'll see if that ends up happening today. Usually that happens on Saturdays during the Mirage Isle Fish Fest. But we'll see how that happens today. And I don't think there's been any news since yesterday, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's been pretty chill. So we're just gonna kill a giant tree here, and maybe throw a torch at it. I don't know. Somebody's already done that, so we're fine. Oh god, man, he's really doing this more often than he normally does. Oh wait, I think that time it was fake. No, I don't think he got everybody in that. Maybe I'm wrong. Also, there's still some stuff that I'm trying to figure out with the game itself to try to help with performance. I have noticed, I mean, this has been known for a long time. I'll kind of talk about this right now as like a little glance of what I'm going to do this week and what I've been up to. But it's been known for a long time that the Korean client runs significantly more optimally than ours does. And I've been doing a ton of searching and sort of peeking into things to try to figure out what exactly is going on, what the cause of that is. And I am starting to figure out possible reasons that there are issues. Reasons that XL could actually address. And I don't believe it's on GameAgo at all, actually. I think it is completely on XL. Can I teleport out? That doesn't help. I'm dead. I'm gonna take this hit, aren't I? Wait, I can actually keep moving around. Never mind, never mind. Now I'm dead, right? Because I don't have Defiance. There's nothing I can do about this. Oh, I'm fine. I just have to be up in the air. Easy peasy. But anyway, so I'll put out some, like, I'm still kind of trying to figure out. Ooh. I'm still trying to figure out the stuff precisely. You know, what exactly is going on? How can it be solved? What needs to happen? I'm kind of talking to GameAgo about it as well. Trying to figure out, you know, maybe they know what's going on. Maybe this is something they're aware of. I don't know, but you know, there shouldn't be any reason why our client runs much worse than the Korean client. And so, you know, I've been doing a ton of research in this, and it's been a big deal, actually, how much time I've spent figuring this out for them. And of course, the whole point is that I want the game to be smoother for everyone playing in every region, right? And if something like this does actually affect Russia and Japan and so forth, then, you know, actually maybe exploring this stuff and figuring it out actually is worth it, because then it increases the enjoyment of tons and tons of people, right? So that's kind of what I've been doing in unrelated Arcade hours. And so I think this week I'll maybe make a breakthrough, or at least release a bunch of details, and then we'll see. That's as much as I can really say there, because I'm still trying to figure it all out. But I'm actually, I don't know, I'm starting to figure it out. It's kind of depressing, the issues that could exist, so we'll figure it out. I don't know. That's kind of why I want to work with GameAgo directly first. But I do want to make a big sort of notice about this to the community, so yeah, I mean, I'll put out a Reddit post, and at least try to make a big deal about it so that people are aware, and then maybe something will get done sooner. I don't know. Okay, they're picking up that one. Is there no other ones to pick up? There we go. This thing. Oh, it even looks like a torch. I never noticed that before. Okay, whatever. It had enough torches anyways. So yeah, I've been working on that like the past week or so. I don't think there's any other like arcade news or anything. I think that's pretty much it. So, you know, again, I'm streaming to help people out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If there's newer players in the chat and you guys are trying to learn more about arcade, or just like things to do, or want to theorycraft builds, or, you know, want to ask questions about general mechanics, please. This is the time to ask those kinds of things. I'm here to really just help, right, and kind of entertain and make jokes or whatever, right? Okay, cool. That's the intro. That'll be on YouTube as well. So, hey, YouTube folks. I have noticed a surprising amount of people are actually watching the streams on YouTube that just can't catch it, which is pretty cool, and I've been getting pretty good comments about that, like in PMs and stuff, of people asking for my schedule, which I don't have any. So, you know, good luck. This is all for fun. I don't do this for profit, so, you know, when I get some time, I stream. When I don't have time, I don't stream. But I'm glad that at least the YouTube stuff is working. That's good. It means there's some benefit to actually putting it all up there, which I spent very little time doing so. So that fact is awesome alone. I think people just want more arcade content that's a bit more positive. And I don't blame you, because there really isn't that much. There's some really good streamers, but like... Oh wait, am I actually not doing damage? He's immune. Oh, I didn't realize. But yeah, like, you know, it's just not enough. And it's really hard to stream arcade. I mean, what are you going to stream? A trade run? A world boss? You know, people generally keep things hidden, so I get it. It is really hard. It's really hard to do so. Just get out of here. Get away from the lines. Yeah, we're good. Perfect. Ziggy, uninstalled the Korean font because the bug with effects saying screen never got fixed. Bug with the effects saying on screen never got fixed, and installed a new FOV, and my god, I missed it. What's new FOV? The wide view just... Oh, the new FOV, yeah, that's right. Oh my god, the wide view is amazing, yeah. Especially in a 4K display like this, I can take some amazing screenshots, and I do. I have figured out how to pretty easily, I mean, it's, you know, the same way that the Korean font mod works, I figured out how to make any fonts, really, that are actually included within the game files. And I've been kind of messing around with them a little bit and seeing which ones look good. I've essentially put up or made my own version of the C font mod, so to speak, which uses most of the C fonts, although we don't actually have one of them. And but I kind of just chose something that looks pretty similar to it, and everything looks much more bold and easy to read, and I actually like that one. But I don't want to put it in and actually use it until I'm aware that I'm allowed to. So I have to ask GameAgo about that one too. Like if I made a, quote, unique font mod or a C font mod or whatever you want to call it, because we can't technically use exactly the C fonts, am I allowed to use those fonts on stream, right? Am I allowed to show those off? And I'm sure they'd say yes, because they don't really care about those particular things. But like, I essentially pick and chose the fonts that I like, and I wanna use them because they actually make the game much more clear and easy to see and read. You know, chat's easier to read with some of these fonts. I do like the fonts that the combat on-screen effects have, although it's a little wacky right now, so I want to keep that. But I got to work with them on that. You'd love some better. I think a lot of people would be. So what I don't think that's a good idea, is it? That's a bad idea. Don't be there. Okay. Cool. Am I at least the correct distance away? I am. And I can't even use my sandwich. Unless... There we go. But yeah, the ability to literally make my character a dot on the screen with the top view is very useful. It is, yeah. Especially, if, you know, depending on what class you are. Sometimes that does make a big difference in PvP. I don't do that. As a melee, I always have to... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even realize it was close enough. This was close enough. Wait, actually, what's my distance from him, so that I can know for next time? Target. Kadoon. Distance is... 64 meters. Wow, I thought I was at 70 plus, but oh well. That's my fault. Just within the tree vine. Actually, how much damage did tree vine do to me? Snare, which did 31,000 damage. Oof. If I had my buffs on, I would have been fine. Darn. Oh well. Hopefully that didn't take away my rank in the garden. I actually never answered that question. If you're outside of the garden and you die, do you lose whatever rank you had inside the garden? Probably not, right? Because I'm going to do that after Kadoon. Let's go farm there. But anyways, yes, Ziggy, what are you saying? It's probably not that simple, but would be sick if you could... If there could be a setting in the options, kind of like how someone modded the teleport book back in the day and added FOV slider to the settings menu. There is. Actually, that's part of it, isn't it? So part of the FOV mod, the new one, is this slider. This slider, maximum camera zoom distance. This is actually part of the FOV mod. And actually, I set field of view to 90 so that there's reasons for that actually, but it's mostly to do with how I stream and making sure that everything looks good, and more importantly for screenshots that I take. But yeah, the maximum view one is actually something the FOV mod adds. This one. But yes, I wish people could make their own font versions. You can. With the font mod, you actually can do that. You just choose different fonts in the file that they normally put into the game, that they insert. You just choose a different font in there. The fonts that you can choose from, however, are limited to like 20 or 30 or something, maybe a little less than that. And so what I did is I used the file from C and the file from our version to see all the different fonts that other regions use. But the files from C we don't have, so some of them we can't use. So mainly, I'm just kind of picking and choosing other fonts that other regions use and stuff, that kind of thing. And then you can just kind of change it. It's not terribly hard, but I don't know if we're allowed to do that. It's the same mod, it's the same idea. I think it'll be fine, but I want approval before I can actually start talking about it in full and maybe even show what's going on and help people a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what GameAgo is allowing me to do with all this. Probably not very much, right? But I stream and I don't want to I don't want anybody getting mad over something. There's no point, right? It's a video game, so I'm gonna sort it all out first, and then I'll figure, and then I'll advertise it or show it in game or whatever. And then if somebody wants to use the same fonts or font mod, so to speak, that I would make, by all means, I have that accessible to people. And yes, exactly. Anything over 90 gives fisheye. It does, and it makes the screenshots at 4K resolution when you're zoomed out like crazy. It makes these screenshots look a little wonky, I've noticed. So I've just stuck with 90 the whole time, which, because I can zoom out so far, is perfectly fine. I don't need the higher FOV. I have another minute here before I can help DPS. I know, right? The game would have so many mods. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, though. Yes, it would have so many mods. It already does. That's the problem, Ziggy. The problem is it already does. And the mods that people make are not that great. Oh, what was that? Is that an encoder thing? Got it. No, I think we're... Yeah, I think we're okay. That was me, sorry, whatever that ping was. Anyways, yeah, exactly. A lot of them are cheats, yeah. You know, that's kind of the problem, is that they've kind of left the game very open. I know it looks like it doesn't, but it is open. And people make these things that the anti-cheat clients sort of detect and try to stop, right? Yeah. I wish it was like that. I don't think it was by design to be modded. I think that that's just kind of how they did stuff, but, that's where we are today, so people abuse what exists. I'm not a fan of any of that. I like mods that make the game clearer, right? Especially if you have like a disability, or you just have trouble seeing things in certain fonts, or 4K resolution is really hard to see. It is, in many ways. And to be fair, 4K resolution, to set it in the first place, is kind of changing an INI file. It's not based on anything in games. Technically, that's a mod in itself, right? But anyways, there's a lot of things that are totally unclear in the game, and it would be nice to have things be a bit clearer. FOV mod, pretty cool. I'm glad that's allowed. I wish there were mods for different text that, I guess there is, right? You just have to kind of do it manually. A lot of these settings should be in-game, just to begin with, but they aren't, which sucks. But, that's how it is, I guess. But I don't want to talk about all that stuff, because somebody might get mad at me again. Probably not, right? Let me get more information from Game and Go about what I can talk about and what not, especially when it comes down to like all this research that I did with the, with the issues between our version and the Korean version. That's something I'm going to have to address. It's going to be a tough thing. So I'm not very happy with the findings that I'm getting. All right, are we almost done here? Am I going to die? An evil tree grows at the location, right? Oh wait, he's using Frenzy. Why are we not attacking him right now? Is he gonna one-shot me? Am I in the wrong spot, actually? I hope not. I don't think so. Why is everybody over there? Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. They're starting to come back in now. Still remember watching Koreans use the thing. Use the thing you use to craft ships to exploit the FOV higher. To craft ships? Oh my god. I never heard of that one. Is that something they ended up fixing because people were doing that? And they couldn't, they didn't have an FOV mod back then or something? It must be a really old one. You just kill it, actually. Whatever. It'll be safe. Alright, TPS. Let's go. Let's finish this thing. Oh god. Okay, actually have to heal myself here. Oh, somebody's healing me. Yay. Oh, torches, right. We actually have to do torches, otherwise it just won't die right now. But there's no mobs, though. Oh, because he's only got 2 stacks left. What am I doing? Oh my god. Can we just kill him? Alright, we're not. I just want him to die. I'm done with this. Alright, come on. No balls. Somebody in chat doesn't want to just kill him, you know? Oh, he's using tree vine. Oh, somebody's going back in. Yep. Alright. Nearly done here. Oh no, somebody actually went back up to the top. But I think it should be fine at this point if they squeeze against the wall. No! Now I'm dead. I'm not dead. I always have such a hard time avoiding those bubbles, usually. Today's been actually pretty good. Yay! We're out of here. I can't open that in here. Let's see if Yux is around. We can go farm the garden. He's not, okay. That's cool. I really should put up a camera for Cody somehow. Just for Cody. That's what everybody's here for. That's what I'd be here for, just to see a bird. Do bird things. But I'd have to stretch a camera across the entire room. Oh no, 2 and 1. Sucks. There we go. What am I at? 9? How many of these do I need for stuff? Okay, I want the upgrade, which is 15. Okay, and I also need another gem, which, once I get this to Mythic, which is a little while away, yeah, it's a little while away, but then I can actually put that last gem in. I'll be happy. Alright, well, just hoarding those for now. I have 2 more things, by the way, that I need to get up to tier 4, and then I'm pretty much never have to do dailies again, other than the garden. And, I mean, I've been kind of slacking on dailies anyways, because I'm not really rushing these things. I don't really care. But now I'm starting to do them again just to get them out of the way, because I've got a little bit more time. Alright, let's go to the garden. That place is in peace right now. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Go finish that stuff up. Also, is WoW on? No, I don't think he is. Otherwise, he'd be on Discord. Yeah, he's not online right now. Okay. Let's go to the garden. And I really do wish the... Oops, it's not that one. I really do wish our client was as good as the Korean one, though. I did try it out. I went and, you know, thankfully I was able to borrow some help from a good friend, Guinevere, who stops by the chat occasionally. And I did try out that client, and I messed around with a ton of stuff, and it's crazy. It is crazy how much better the Korean client is than ours. Loading speeds aside, the actual just stability of it is, I don't know, man. I haven't used this word since 2014 probably, but it's redonkulous, alright? I can't explain how much better that client is. And there's... Oh man, I'll get into it later this week. But I want to find out if there's any ways that we ourselves could just make it more stable, and it doesn't seem to be the case. I think it's completely on Excel to address the issues with our client. I want to know for sure whether it's actually an issue with the Russian client, and Japan, and so forth, you know. And then I'll maybe be able to be like, hey guys, this is actually a widespread issue, and give some details, and maybe they'll actually fix it, but... I don't know, that's a really, really hard thing to ask for. Oh good, I'm still rank 3. Okay, so even though I died... outside of the garden, I still retain my rank. I've always been wondering about that. I never actually tested it myself, because I'd usually come into the garden, finish it, and be done. But now I know for sure. Alright, let's do this a little bit. I still have buffs for 4 more minutes. Oh, also, I'm not using the Blade Flurry version that does instinct stacks. Which, by the way, man, I really wish I could use it, but when I'm streaming it's just really glitchy, so I'm not going to. So I'll kill these a little bit slower than normal. And another thing, too, is I'm just really, really bad at using Terrifying Roar. I just don't do it. It sucks. Like, I really want to, but I just can't get myself to use Terrifying Roar. Like, in any situation where I need to be using it, I just am not. I've had this issue for years. I've had this issue for years and years and years. I've tried to use Terrifying Roar for months in the past, you know, it's just, I don't know why I can't do it. Like, right now, I could have used it. I didn't. I don't get it. Why do I have such problems with Terrifying Roar? I mean, it's barely a global cooldown. I guess it's the same global cooldown as everything else, but it didn't used to be. Back then it was easier to use, and I still didn't use it. I don't know why. Why can I not push... Why do I not push this button? Can I replace... Like, I could replace with Bond Breaker or Frenzy. I'm sorry, Battle Focus. Or Frenzy. But, I don't know, Terrifying Roar makes the most sense. Like, out of everything that I could be doing, Terrifying Roar makes the most sense, period. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just put it into Triple Slash. And then use it on the Lightning Triple Slash and just use it for Shaken. And that's it. But I don't want to rely on that, because later on this Shaken turns into a slow. So I don't really want to do Shaken combos just from that. Although, I wonder if you can somehow, like, use both Triple Slash and Blade Flurry and it becomes really, really fast. Can you animation cancel Blade Flurry and Triple Slash together? And then, like, go crazy and then just, like, with really, really high speeds and a dagger? Is that a thing? Actually, I have no idea. Should I try that? I don't think so. I think I've even tried that before, now that I think about it. I wouldn't be using Quake Triple Slash. I would be using Lightning Triple Slash. Actually, how crazy is Lightning? Okay, let's try something here. Just out of curiosity now. I want to see. Alright, we're gonna put this here. So, what am I doing? Just literally pushing B and 2? I don't know, that isn't really doing anything, is it? It's really hard to tell. Let me look back in the combat log. Yeah, most of it is just Blade Flurry, and it just never actually got to using Triple Slash. I very occasionally use Triple Slash. That's a lot of damage, though, for Triple Slash, to be honest. Okay, hold on. Let me try Lightning Triple Slash on a single target here. Now I'm curious how much damage that does. That's not that fast, actually. They don't die. Yeah, Blade Flurry is way better. There's no point in this. I don't think there's crazy animation cancel times with that. But yeah, so Terrifying Roar, I need to be using it. I just can't do it. I don't know why. In PvP, I forget. In PvE, I forget. It's just not, like, because I don't need it, necessarily, I just don't feel like it's ever something that I would use. Like, right here, I can use it. Right, and then it helps. Oh, by the way, it's so good. It is really good. It even it increases the duration of Distress, too, which is one of the most powerful debuffs in the game, and lasts an incredible amount of time. So using Terrifying Roar into a Distress combo is just sick. It's crazy. Sorry, I shouldn't say sick jokes right now, but it's crazy. Like, you know, a 6-second debuff turns into like a 7.5-second debuff because of Terrifying Roar. It's really good. And I just don't use it. I can't figure out why. Can't figure out why in my head I just can't push this button. Maybe it needs to be a better button, like tab or the tilde button. Maybe I should replace these two. So now, did I not even replace it? So now Absorb Life Force is B, and Terrifying Roar is tilde. I mean, that feels better, but then like I have to make sure I know how to absorb life force properly, which is an easy learn, to be honest. So I shouldn't have too much issues with that. Maybe that's what I should do. Okay, I'm actually going to try that for a bit. I kind of like that. Maybe that does work. At the very least, I'll remember to use it more often because it's so easy to hit that with my finger. Except for right now. Oh, God. Alright, I know that it gets really annoying, but I'm going to switch back to regular Blade Flurry because I do want the Instinct stacks on. God, it does get really wacky though when I'm streaming. Alright, so Z, tilde, this. This. Ah! Okay, of course. This only happens when I'm streaming. Like, it doesn't... The glitches that I get with doing this just don't happen otherwise. Oh my god, I almost died there. Just from an after he died, he attacked me again. No, he ran away. Oh, he's stunned. I wish I had charged there, because that whole combo with Absorb Life Force for a target that runs away is so good with charge, because then if a target is stunned, they'll get tripped. Really, really good way to like catch up to somebody and also still be in a position of authority or of power, because you're able to follow up with something and you're just not able to. See, like I already used charge there, which is bad, because I could have used it earlier. I'm sorry, later with another trip combo. I gotta get better at all this, especially during a stream, because during a stream, it's so there's like micro lag that happens all the time, which again probably wouldn't happen if I was in the Korean version, just because of how ridiculously smooth that client is, and why I'm fighting so much for you know, trying to get some answers for why our client is just not as good. Oh god, I'm dead. I just can't. I can't focus. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch her. I don't think I even can. I just have to do it. I have to kill him. Ah, it's too late. Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do that when I'm streaming. I can't use this. It just doesn't work. This is the main issue, is like it just keeps throwing me off in a different direction. So I have to use the regular one and not take so many risks. It's really stupid, but that's just, unfortunately, has to be how I play. Yeah, the micro lag is too much. 25 frames just here. And then like during that combat, it's just like small little bits of lag. Really, really aggravating. Wish we had a better client. But we've had this issue for 7 years. Or well, 6 years. We've had the same client with the same problem. People have noticed this in beta Arcade, that our client was performing worse than Korea, and it was never really addressed. And now that I'm starting to look into it, I can actually see very clearly statistical data that says, yes, our client is worse, and here's why. It's so easy. The fact that no one has actually addressed this since is kind of ridiculous. And the fact that, Excel hasn't addressed it since is a little ridiculous too, but maybe I should farm here instead, actually. That sucks, man. You lose a rank for that too. Pretty much 2 ranks. But that's not a big deal to me. The bigger deal to me is just making sure that all this lag stuff is sorted out someday. Yeah, it's really hard to farm here on the stream. I pretty much have to focus so hard on just keeping the thing crowd controlled, when off stream I'm able to do this without even a problem. Ah, crap. Damn it, Wiggles. Damn it, me! Mob was already dead, so shoot arrow went for a different target. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Impale ran out, that's fine. Alright, now I'm out of mana. Ziggy, you want to try Swift Aura Occultism, or Swift Witch Occultism? Oh, that's funny, look at this. Does this seem familiar to you? This is Swift Witch Occultism, and I'm very excited to use it, but I will be using it only once the Part 3 update comes out of the Garden. It gives so many different things to Swiftblade, especially even more combos with Witchcraft. And technically more combos with Occultism, I think one more, but anyways, Arachnomancer is going to be really cool. I'm very, very excited about that. New types of gameplay styles, where I don't have to rely on Battle Rage either, which I'm really excited about, to not have to rely on Battle Rage anymore, right? And it's a lot better in Raid versus Raid, with a lot of people, and so I'm excited to try new things in that patch, just like you are with that. The big deal, obviously, is that everybody likes Battle Rages in Melee because of the parry resets, right? You can reset abilities with parry, and it's going to suck to lose that, for sure. But because cooldowns in Swiftblade are so low, and because of some of the combos you can do with Witchcraft, and because of how much crowd control you can gain, it should be okay. It should even itself out, and you'd still be able to, in both a Raid versus Raid or 1v1 environment, do quite well. What in the world did this fox just do? Okay. Any idea on why the Swiftblade Sunglow gem is the one that requires you to go into the tree to use it? Any idea why the Swiftblade Sunglow gem is the only one that requires you to go full into the tree to use it? What do you mean? I don't know anything about the Sunglow gem requiring any kind of... You just mean because Twin Shadow Slash is all the way at the end? Versus other Sunglow gems, which are like usually abilities that don't require anything, is that why? Yeah, I mean, they just put it on Twin Shadow Slash, but because it's such a powerful ability, a lot of people rely on it for damage, which I get, for sure. And, yeah, they don't require anything, right. Yeah, I think that's just the choice they made with it. Twin Shadow Slash is a really powerful ability. It is essentially two gap closers you can use in conjunction with one another. That is just a ridiculous amount of damage. So they picked a good skill for it, because, just like Triple Slash, kind of a bread and butter ability. They picked Twin Shadow Slash because it is actually a bread and butter ability for Swiftblade. And especially if you use it with Reverberate, so you get to do it twice, right? Yeah, exactly. It forces you. It does. It forces you to pick Reverberate. Oh my god! What is going on with damage today? Alright. Today's not been a lucky day with farming, clearly, but that's okay. I'm not super crazy about that anyways. I'll probably just turn it into 3 like I normally do. I was gonna go for 4 today. Like, alright, fine. Not gonna happen, it's not a big deal. I'm not really rushing this stuff anyways. But yeah, I mean... Wait. Oh, that's right. And so in my regular build, I don't use Reverberate anymore because of Blade Flurry, right? Which sucks, because I really like Reverberate, but there's no way I can put another point into it until I go Arachnomancer. And oh man, I'm so excited about Arachnomancer. I could technically take out this point, put it into Witchcraft, and get Witchcraft skill cooldown decrease, which I might do. Again, getting rid of Reverberate. But yeah. Try looking at the math. Basic TSS, Twin Shadow Slash. Gets only like 1k more damage for me. Not sure if worth trying it. I don't know. My other options are pretty limited, for personally. The way that I play, right? Like I could put it into Triple Slash, but I'm actually trying to get away from Triple Slash, so this made more sense. And for Occultism, I believe it's wait, what was it for Occultism? Isn't it like a Pain Harvest thing? It's a Pain Harvest thing, right? Sun Globe. Oh, I can't look at it in here. Sun Globe. Yeah, Occultism, Pain Harvest. Yeah, so that's not really worth it. So for me, it's just basically I had to go for Twin Shadow Slash. And it's still on such a low cooldown that it kind of does make sense to use. But it just depends. Depends on how you want to play and what you want to do. Wait, why did they put me in front of him? What? That's weird. I used Sinister Strike to put me behind him, which was literally where I was standing already. It was a bit weird. Maybe the server actually was facing him towards me, but my client wasn't. So the server said, yep, now you're behind him. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of practice right now with Blade Flurry because of just... I have to learn how to play that way much better. And even during lag, you know, like me streaming right now, doing this, I'm aggravated a lot because it's a lot of issues, but if I don't learn how to play like this while streaming, I'm gonna have a lot of issues later. So I may as well just start and have the issues now and get through them, so that I can get more used to it later. And they changed Blade Flurry as well later. They make it so that it does add instinct, but you still move. The only difference is... Oh god, I can't do damage to him here. The only difference is that... hey, he's dead. Is that you can't move if the target has a stack of instinct already. So that's kind of nice, is that it'll move you once, and then you're pretty much free to kill things. Or if they already have a stack of instinct, then, again, you won't move through them with Blade Flurry. So there's some nice things coming later. You kind of want to try playing more with it. It's just weird because it doesn't have any crowd control combos on its own. Yeah, totally. That's why it works so well with other classes. I'm sorry, with other skill sets that are very crowd control intensive, right? Occultism, for example, is quite nice because a boneyard can allow you to do so much from within the boneyard if you and your opponent are stuck in there. My favorite combo that I don't use anymore, but it's actually one of my favorite combos in the game, is a distress combo where you're inside the boneyard and there's a Dusk Shroud. Because your target now has a 50% reduced accuracy because of distress / shaken. Either one of those work. And they're stuck. They can do nothing about it. You know, they could try to break out of the boneyard like a lot of people do, but, you know, that just faces them away. It causes more issues, right? And it's one of my favorite combos in the game that unfortunately I'm dead. Yeah. Oh, God. I can't do anything about this, can I? Man, why do I keep putting myself in these positions? Can I somehow escape from this? Oh god, now I'm really fucking worried. Ah. Hold on. Yeah, I'm dead. Why? Why? Don't die. Nope, I'm dead. Wait. How did he still see me? No! Oh my god. I'm just having no luck today, guys. This is pretty bad. Ugh, no luck at all. That was a pretty bad spot to farm, though, because of Wiggles. Wiggles is going to go and attract so much attention because he's just so good looking. Alright, I'm turning it at 2. I don't even care at this point. I'm just going to get this over with and be finished so I can go do other stuff. I don't really need these things. Like, I'm not trying to rush for this stuff. You can go huge damage with Focal into Sinistra. What? What do you mean Focal? Oh! Wait, wait. Why do you... Huge damage with Focal? But Focal doesn't give you more damage. What do you... Just because of sleep? Oh! Yeah. Great, that's a great point. In fact... Using your left-hand weapon. So yeah, that would actually work really, really well. In fact, if you use Sinister Strike on the sleeping target that's also bleeding, it's even better. But yeah. And if the target has Instinct on it, then it's even more damage, right? I think they even buff that more in a later patch, too. That will be interesting, wouldn't it? Huh. I have to think about that with my Arachnomancer build. But the problem with sleep is that usually a target will not actually be asleep, right? Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, true. If you're inside Dusk Shroud, it will do even more, definitely, because of the... Well, actually, it's better than that, Ziggy. You don't need to use Dusk Shroud for Sinister Strike. And I've been talking about this as well as a suggestion for Game Ago, but, you know, to sort of change with the terminology here. That combo works with any invisibility caused by Swiftblade. I say that because there's only one other one, Blink. A Blink combo actually does work with the Swiftblade double damage, and I wish I could show you, because it's really hard to do, but it does work, technically, and I've done it a little bit just to prove that it's a thing. And I'm just gonna turn to rank 2. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's not that important to me. And I just can't farm here while I'm streaming it, I guess. No matter how hard it is, this particular area is much harder to farm at, because for whatever reason the garden is just ridiculously CPU intensive. Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, I don't know, there's so many issues with the garden in terms of so much stuff going on that your frame rate is much lower, especially when you're streaming. Or I can get a capture card. I don't know what I want to do there. Kind of want to test with Kraken Shield? Okay. Yeah, let me know. I didn't... There's only one other way to stealth other than the Kraken Shield that we haven't talked about, and that is Shadowplay. But that one didn't work. So I don't know about Kraken Shield. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth testing and seeing if it does work. But yeah, I don't think I can introduce Dusk Shroud back into any of my builds at all. It's just impossible to get for me. Right now, if I was going to take anything, it would be Reverberate, right? With Arachnomancer, I don't think I'd give up anything here for Dusk Shroud. Maybe Reverberate, actually, because in this particular build, it makes a little bit more sense to have Dusk Shroud because it also trips feared targets. So in this one specific case, maybe I should be using Dusk Shroud instead of Reverberate. But the main reason why I like Reverberate is because of the... I should be using Pros more often. Is because of the Distress combo. Because I can actually cause distress on targets way more easily. Right? I just use Press and Slice into Reverberate. And then a whole bunch of targets are distressed, which is a really good debuff. And something I want to do more often, but I don't know. I can't use Reverberate. It doesn't work. I can't put another point in there. I can't take it from Occultism. I used to have another point in here because Blade Flurry, well, not another point, but Blade Flurry used to be Reverberate, right? And Terrifying Roar used to be Triple Slash. But now, I can't see myself using I can't see myself using Quake Triple Slash or anything anymore, ever. I just don't like it. Yeah, I don't like quick triple slash. It's just not like they've changed it. It's gonna get. I think it's actually as nerfed as it's gonna get now. But anyways, it's just not. I don't know. It's a damage move, and if I'm gonna do a damage move, that like this is a slow damage move. I'd rather do a fast damage move and get some other benefits from it with Blade Flurry. So I'm kind of locked here, unfortunately. Unless I get rid of Occultism. If I get rid of Occultism and put in Witchcraft and go Phantom and only use 4 points, which sucks because I really want Silence, right? Or Stillness. Then this would work and I would be able to get something else, but I just don't see myself doing this build. I love Occultism too much. I've used it ever since I started playing the game. I have very fond memories of Occultism gameplay, so I'm just going to end up using it all the time. You know what, I'm also not using any buffs, but I normally don't actually. But it would help here just because of the lag, so it helps compensate a little bit.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
I don't like this guy. There we go. It's tripped, but he still did damage to me. Of course, still did damage right before he died. Oh, that was bleeding, I guess. Alright. Let's buff a bit. I actually have to sell these sirloins and just keep making more of the rank 4 ribs now that I make them myself. Much cheaper than actually buying them. Alright, what's rank 2? 25? Alright, yeah, that's fine. I don't really care. If it was like a big pressing matter for me, then maybe, but like, I wouldn't be doing this in stream if that was the case, actually. I would be farming off stream. Man, do I like the regular Blade Flurry better. It's better, it's just so hard to control, and that's the big problem. That's a really good damage. Like, getting instinct stacks on stuff is so good. So that Part 3 Garden update, where the instinct stacks change... Oh, confirmed, you can get Solar Tempers. That's the first one I've gotten, I think. But anyways, the new instinct just works way better. Instead of lasting 5 seconds, it lasts 3. But there's no stacks to it. It's there for 3 seconds, and that's it. Using any abilities on it is still going to actually not get rid of the Swiftblade stack. So you can actually combo all of your moves in that 3 seconds quite nicely. It's really, really nice. And, you know, maybe for that reason I don't actually need Blade Flurry. I don't know. No, I do still want the Blade Flurry, because the offhand damage is really, really good. It actually makes it better than Quake Triple Slash. And it's much faster, especially with a dagger, which I'm going to use dagger main hand forever now. That was decided already. I love the damage too much. I love the gameplay too much. I think it's fine. I'm going to lose a lot of the damage, but that should be okay. I'm not too worried about that. Oh! Ah, yeah, nice. By the way, fun fact for anybody else that is using Swiftblade. The Sinister Strike combo adds 2 seconds, like it says, to an impaled target's duration, but it doesn't say this next part, which is it only goes up to the absolute maximum duration that Impale was on in the first place. So if Impale lasts 3.3 seconds, and you applied an Impale that's 3.3 seconds, it will only increase the duration up to 3.3 seconds. So you always want to use Sinister Strike just after 2 seconds of an impaled, of a target being impaled. Which is kind of nice too, because if you have Reverberate, you can follow up Sinister Strike with another Sinister Strike, and pretty much reset their duration completely. And if you, wait a second before you do it, then it'll work even better, because you can pretty much get 4 extra seconds on a target being impaled. there's some crazy things there. You know, you can keep a target crowd controlled for a ridiculous amount of time. And again, I like that gameplay when I had a Reverberate. Now I'm not using it, so I kind of am lacking that, but it should be okay. I just have to... I don't know, there's so many skills that I want. I can't wait until I can play Arachnomancer, when I really can go just full into Swiftblade and just do all the crazy stuff. I'll have a lot of fun with that. Or I can instead take this point away and then go Witchcraft with the reduced skill cooldowns, but I don't know if that's worth it. I guess reduced skill cooldowns is kind of a big deal for Witchcraft. 9 seconds less on Purge and Mirror Warp. Way less for Earthen Grip, like from 18 to maybe 16.6 seconds, or 16 seconds. There's some good stuff I could do. Bubble Trap duration goes... I don't know. I want to figure out how I'm going to play this game. I have no idea. Not sure if Innervate and Mudhand is worth... Oh my god, are they worth? They're the most worth things in this game. Mudhand is good because of the melee version giving a 13-meter distance, but it isn't a cone in front of you, which it doesn't tell you that here. But it's still really good. And it also disarms a feared target's instruments, which is nice for bards, right? But the more important one is just Innervate is amazing. Innervate is like the most powerful thing in the universe now, because it decreases healing effectiveness by 30%, and now with the 2 different versions, even as a melee, you may want to use either one of them, because one version, the Gale version, increases the durations of silences and snares by 30%, which is awesome, and the regular version is stun and trip. So both of them are really good. Yeah, the AoE Mudhand is good, but of course, if a target is hit by a direct attack, it will break the Mudhand. But in general, like, just having it is still really, really important. And it's melee damage. I mean, let's be honest here. It's melee damage, you know? It's an extra bit of damage. It's not crazy damage, but it's not you know, it's not nothing. So it won't miss, which is kind of nice, right? That's kind of a big deal, is that it won't miss, because it's melee. And also, it's kind of funny, silence won't... If you're silenced, you can still use this Mudhand, because it's melee. As of 6.5, if a skill is changed with an ancestral version that changes its damage type, stun and silence and shackle affect them as if they're that damage type. So you can't actually get silenced anymore. And now you can't use like Hellspear, right? You still can because you're melee, and the melee version of Hellspear is not going to get stopped by silence. It's kind of cool, actually. But it doesn't mean Shackle is your worst enemy, right? It used to be like, Shackle, oh, no problem, I'll just Hellspear, right? And then, you know, wait out the time of the Shackle, but I can't do that anymore. So there's kinds of downsides to it too, but I think it's still great. Yeah, 0.5 cast for 13-meter snare. You can, and not only that, right, exactly. So if you snare a target, you can follow up with a ton of different things. You know, honestly, it doesn't work that way anymore, now that I think about it. Yeah, because you're not using Battle Rage. Dang, that would have actually been pretty cool. Because with my build, I'm not going to use Battle Rage, right? I'm not going to be a Phantom. But, like, you can snare into a Distress combo with behind enemy lines, which, again, Distress is really good. But anyways, there's a lot of possibilities there, which are kind of nice to think about. Am I actually lagging? Maybe that's the issue. No, I don't think so. No, maybe that's what the issue with my encoder was earlier. Maybe there is issues right now with my, just my game overall. Alright, let me go turn in 2. I don't really care. I want to go do something else. I'm not even sure what, but I'm going to be heading out soon anyways, and, I guess I've got another hour, so maybe not. Alright, done with this. Just wanted to get it out of the way. I'll stream probably, or I'll probably just have to farm here off stream, even though I don't want to. I don't have any other choice. You meant put Shroud and Banshee on top of each other? They're the same size? Oh yeah, I see your point, yes. It is, but you know what that would do, unfortunately, is, that's good for somebody that isn't Battle Rage. Like, if you don't have Battle Rage, that's awesome, because you're not going to be tripping them anyways. If you have Battle Rage, it's just killing off the ability to trip them later, right? Because of the... it'll proc trip immunity very quickly, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, for an Arachnomancer, Something like that would be really good. Wait, what? Why is there a pack down here? It's a Souls Reed pack. All right. All right. He's doing it for the memes. I like it. That's cool. I can roll with that. He went all the way from Souls Reed with a pack to here, and then he went this way, and then he went all the way up here, and then he took this pack all the way up here. And he did it. The gods don't like trade packs. I can't bring it in there. Oh my god. That's so funny. I like it. Hey, you know what? People do silly things to to keep things interesting. So I'm gonna go with it. That's great. I have to say that's very impressive, Prince of Pain. Eating into my profits. Probably take a car, I'm sure, but still, you know, a car would make it much easier. Um, all right, we did it. Going back to Marianople. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wish they didn't actually go away during maintenance, but maybe he'll maybe he'll log in right before maintenance, pick it up, and then after maintenance he'll just put it back down. That's like the true way to immortalize it for sure. He might be doing that actually. Or some red is going to be like, or even a green would just be like, all right, let's just let's hide this pack so that nobody can find it anymore. I can see that happening too. Reminds me of filling ships with GR packs to troll pirates. I know, I love doing that. I used to do that a lot too, with the group that I was in back in the day. We just load it up with GR and just literally GR packs and just run all over the place. It's so funny. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I wish people did that still, but you know, not as many people on the ocean trying to kill each other, which is kind of unfortunate. All right, let's try to get into an arena. I am really low frames. I don't get it. Going fastest merchant and just try to dodge for the longest time. No, we would. We kind of did that, I guess. Yeah, because you know, it's a huge effort to catch up, and then there's really no point. But usually we just get it because it attracts attention, and then we get to PvP a little bit. You know, a lot of people would go by with their boats if you had nothing in there, and they just go away because they don't, you know, they see you don't have any packs. But with the GR packs, there's at least a chance that they actually take it seriously until somebody hovers over and notices, wait a minute, that's not a regular pack. What are these people doing? But I think it's still funny. The most scummy thing we do is DGS and run the ship into the god. Yeah, I know, right? That's what everybody does if you're trying to really deny the packs. You run the ship off the map, and then nobody can get them anymore. I've done that quite a bit to contest, you know, the bigger groups on the servers. Back in Legacy, I think we did it a couple times here too, or at least I've been a part of it a couple times. Let's go to sparring, I guess, right? If we can. You know what? I don't get to use this Blade Flurry though. I want to use the regular Blade Flurry, the one that I like. I can't do it on stream, but we'll try it. I might lose a bit, but who cares? Yeah, exactly. It's worth for the denial. Right. If you can't hand them in, stopping somebody else from doing it is nice. I wonder if that was an intended mechanic. When they made it, you think somebody at XL thought, to contest, they might just take this off the map. I really doubt they did. I'm sure the devs saw people doing that and were like, wow, that's kind of impressive. we're not really getting any arenas though. Let me get out of the. I want to get out of the city. The frames are so low. I don't know. I've had issues lately, more than normal. Oh, we actually got one, and he actually queued up. Cool. Hold on. Give me a sec. Just land really quick. All right. Let's see how I'll do with Blade Flurry. So this is going to be really hard with a little bit of lag, but see how well I can perform with it. It's a regular Blade Flurry, so I'm trying to get instinct stacks off. And actually face towards the target, which is also not easy, right? Up against the Zealot, which is actually really cool. Oh no, never mind, that's not what I thought it was. Malediction, Occultism, Sorcery. Why did I think that's something else? That's not a Zealot, is it? Is it? I guess it is. Oh. What's Witch Doctor, then? What am I messing up and thinking that's... No, whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright. I need to be in a boneyard with him. Somehow. No guarantee that it'll actually happen, though. Sliding lens. Okay. Oh. Okay, good. Gosh. That actually got me. Wait, how is he taking no damage yet? What? Did he actually shackle me? That's weird. Yeah, I don't think I can fight this, unfortunately. Not like this. I can't use that Blade Flurry. It's too laggy. Let me use regular Blade Flurry. Just try to trap him as usual. I don't think I can use that Blade Flurry. It's just not good. Like, when I'm streaming, there's no way to do it. Oh my god. Insulating lens, too good. It's hard to see. Oh, okay, I can't target him, but that's fine. See, I like this one better right now, because at least I can do something. Cool. Alright. No, I think it's fine. He's playing his class as he should be, honestly. Maybe he wouldn't play Zealot normally. Maybe he's doing it just for a 1v1 build, but I think it's still fine. I've got nothing wrong with that. Yeah, mages are a little bit in a weird spot right now, but it's mostly because of evasion. And once that gets changed, hopefully that changes the gameplay a little bit too. Wait, did he actually... Oh, I see. He used... Ah, nice! I'm here with him! Ah, sucker! Guess you were gonna get away, did you? Oh. Wait, what? My potion didn't work. No! Somehow he stopped me from using the potion, I guess. What? How did he do that? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm dead. How did he stop me from using a potion? Oh, you know what? He probably just had to innervate on me. That sucks. I mean, yeah, there's some crazy mage builds for sure, but I mean, you know, melee's just as crazy. The big problem is that against mages, evasion is too powerful, right? So now we have parry and shield block, which don't completely stop an ability, right? Instead, they actually just take less damage, and you still get crowd control. But evasion stops everything. And so that being nerfed I mean, they're not nerfing evasion in the terms of, what it does, which sucks, actually. But they're nerfing how often it happens. But evasion is just really, really powerful at the moment, and that's where the mages really get everything from. Because a lot of that fight probably was just evasion, and so a lot of things that I was trying to do just didn't happen, which puts something on cooldown. The big deal there is it's not skill, it's RNG. So if I use a CC ability like Hellspear, okay, and it misses, or, it's evaded essentially, right? I don't have any control over that, and now it's back on a 27-second cooldown. And he didn't have any control over that either. You can evade Hellspear, melee Hellspear, because it's a melee ability. So technically, although I think that it says it never misses, which maybe that actually means that it can't be blocked or parried or evaded, right? But yeah, so melee, this is a melee ability. So Hellspear acts like it's melee. It doesn't get, you can still use it while silenced, and so I think without this passive, it would still actually be able to be evaded, right? Just like any melee ability. But okay, we could say Hammer Toss, right? If I use Hammer Toss and it misses, it's not their, like, they didn't do anything for that. Neither did I, right? It missed because the game decided that happened. And it kind of sucks. Like, I don't like RNG in that sense, but it's how the game is designed. So them nerfing evasion on pretty much every build will be interesting, right? It'll make melee and ranged a lot more useful, right? In a raid versus raid setting, everything you do isn't just going to get evaded, right? There's a much less chance, and at least a greater chance of you being able to do something. Mage 1 is not blockable, just like all their 1 million mana stars. Right, yeah, I mean, that's true too, is that mages get the advantage of everything they do does actually work. There is nothing you can do except for reducing accuracy to stop that. But you can still reduce accuracy for sure, right? And it sucks. I mean, yes, it's not easy to fight against, but it's not necessarily the reason why mage balls are so good. So in a raid versus raid setting, which is what this game is designed around, right? 1v1 doesn't mean anything in this game. It's useless. It doesn't mean anything. Don't think of 1v1 as anything useful. But in a raid versus raid setting, which is how this game is designed, again, what am I trying to say? Mages in a 1v1 setting, the reason Mage Ball is so good isn't because of the ability to do stuff all the time, right? And not get blocked or parry or evaded or whatever. The main reason is because of lag. Because when you run into a group first, you see the enemy before the enemy sees you. So a mage can just start spamming things without any targets necessary, and will be able to get kills and crowd control. Whereas a melee or ranged, they have to have targets. They have to be doing stuff. They have to be selected on people. There's lag time associated with a lot of the skills. And so it's a lot harder, as a melee or ranged, raid versus raid setting. And it's why Mage Ball is so popular, right? And why it's so powerful as well, is just because of that. Oh god, somebody's trying to queue against their ults. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. We'll see how evasion changes things, right? But what I really want to see is just a better client. I want to see a client that actually works as well as the Korean one, that doesn't have all the issues that ours does for the last 6 years. And now that I'm starting to uncover that that's actually an actual fixable thing, that something is wrong, that something here can be done, I'm starting to uncover that slowly. I don't know if anything will get done, of course, but it's possible, and it could make the game actually way better for everyone if they actually do anything about it. Archer Mage gets so many kills because they can just put down AoE and move away. Yeah. Archer not as much, right? Archer still has to target specific people. And there's some, you have to know who to target and why, and there's, which skills do you use against who, when do you pop concussive arrow. There's still a lot of things there, but, there's not as much AoE sort of thing, right? But they can get kills from much farther away, and it's pretty much unstoppable, right? Which is where Archer shines. Melee is the riskiest one. You have to be right next to your opponent, which means everybody from the opponents can target you and hit you, because you're within that range. And you technically do the most damage in a short period of time, unless, of course, there's a mage macroing and doing all the crazy animation canceling stuff, but that gets changed as well later. So the animation canceling should be a little bit less in a later patch. So we'll kind of see how the gameplay changes over time, but as much as we can do, let's just wait and see. But yeah, like, you know, he's playing, the guy who was fighting, yeah, he's gonna win. That's fine, right? He's playing a class that's designed to kill me. So I'm not really like, it doesn't matter, who cares, right? It's not a big deal. You know, if I wanted to kill him, I'd go a class that was designed to kill him. I'd bring in Witchcraft, right? Maybe I would actually use Arachnomancer for that. But I'm not, right? Because I don't care. Because I'm not going to practice a class that I don't want to play just yet. I'm going to practice a class that I actually am playing. But I can't wait to try Arachnomancer in the new version. I'll be playing that a ton, and I'll die a lot in the arena just learning, but that's fine. Because again, arenas don't matter. You're just there to practice and learn. But the micro lag that I'm getting right now is quite a bit annoying. Oh my god. An Ebon Shield. Defense will just destroy me, and Sorcery and Malediction will kill me. So I don't think I can do very much about that. He should win this 100% because of Plate, how powerful Plate with a shield is. And it looks like they did actually go shield. You should have a friend with like 16k mage just to try it. Wait, hold on, I'll have to read that in a second. Insulating Lens. Insulating Lens is really powerful too, because look how long it takes for me to actually kill it. Wait, what? Are you... Oh my god, look at... I can't do damage. Wait, yes I can. Alright, he's actually macroing. Okay.
Unit ready.
Alright, that's fine. You might be macro, maybe not, but that was a bit suspicious, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's nothing you can do. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm English, so I can't understand that. Let's keep the chat English only, though. Appreciate the follow. Alright. Wait, why didn't that stop it? That's weird. Oh my god. Jeez, man. It's not even trying. But see, like I said, it's just another class that's designed to kill me, so it's not really a big deal. Right? It's designed to kill me. Like, that's the whole point. Would it be useful in Raid versus Raid? No, not really, because there's other classes that can do that better. But, oh god. Oh, now he's starting to run. Now he's worried. Oh, that didn't actually hit. Damn. Damn! Very, very close. Yeah. Oh well. What can you do? Duel the guy... Yeah, it's close at the end, right? I think that, given the situation, and the fact that he had way more health than me by about 4,000, just because of the plate. I mean, I still did really well, right? I was able to get the combos off. Blade Flurry wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing a lot, and that's a problem that I have to fix and figure out. In fact, in that particular situation where he was just standing still the entire time, Blade Flurry, the regular one, would have been it. Like, if I used that, it would have been just the easiest thing. In fact, let me see if I can get him again. If a target is just standing still, it's so easy. Alright, might be him. Your difference... Alright, so what's going on? Archer still works in burst. Halsey, Archer good because they have the most kills. They do, especially with height bonuses. Same person? No, I'm playing a Fanatic. Another class that's meant to kill me. It's just a lot of mages in Arena, I've noticed, but... What can you do? I gotta practice against somebody, right? It's just Plate is really, really powerful still in this arena, too. Because I can't really, like, I can't match the actual defense their plate with a shield. Oh, they went two-handed. But usually, you know, plate with a shield, there's no way I can win. You could be anybody. You could be a backpedaling archer. And still. Oh. Wait, how did he not die there? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm actually confused. Okay. God. Oh, God, it just constantly turns me around. Yeah, I don't think I could do much against this. Oh, well. Ah. So, actually, I did a few things though that didn't... He might have just used his, Defiance. Or Detracts. You know what? Why don't I do this? Oh my god, I thought that was actually going to get him. Oh my god. So annoying. Alright, but he went leather, so it's a lot easier for me to actually fight against him. If he went plate, there's no way that I would have won that. No, Pillar's fine. I used to use Pillar as well, Malediction as a utility. There we go. Good luck in there. 2, 1. Let's go there. Whoa! What? Oh my god. There's nothing I could do about it, huh? Oh my god. Damn it. So much teleporting, man. It's really, really hard to catch up. But I have, like I said, I've noticed that I just have way more lag right now when I'm streaming than I ever have before. Anytime, like, as of PTS 6.5, it performs terribly with streaming. I had to switch from Streamlabs over to OBS, and that helps, but I don't know what's causing it. Like, it's just our client is getting worse and worse over time. So now I have to start looking into it, you know? And I am finding massive issues compared to the Korean version. Ah. It's very hard to stream Arcade in general, but this just makes it worse. Did they change how CC type? Wait, whoa. What do you mean? Pillar? What are you talking about? Pillar was meant for a tank, not a mage DPS. Sure difference when it comes to zero damage. Can't remember. Did they change its crowd control type to make it cancelled? Which one? When you say pillar, do you mean the snake thing, or do you mean the malediction pillar? Well, they're both malediction. Do you mean the, what's it called? This thing. Malicious binding. Oh, I got an Evans now. But if they go plate shield, I still can't win. No, I know, to you guys the stream is fine, but to me it's actually, there's a ton of micro lag going on. Like, instead of everything being really smooth in this particular situation, you know, instead of me running at 70 plus frames, essentially, I'm running at like 30, and it usually jumps down to like 2, but very, very quickly. And you guys don't see it, and it's not really a noticeable thing, but it does happen very often. Why didn't you go plate? Okay, usually everybody goes plates for this. I don't know why they didn't. Oh wow, they're actually really far away from me. Oh, that was good. Wait, where's he trying to go? I guess he's just stuck and he can't really see what to do. Archer's really nice because at least Twin Shadow Slash will... Oh my god, dude, the new Twin Shadow Slash is insane. I can't wait till the next patch, alright? The Garden Part 3, Twin Shadow Slash actually silences things. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm excited about the next patch, right? Just put it that way. Okay, I messed up a lot there because I was trying to do a combo, but I just couldn't do. I don't think he was moving around as much. He was trying to get Deadeye off as much as he could, but that wasn't a good idea. Uh, I don't think I don't think Deadeye was worth it for them there. Um, again, there's even more reasons to like later patches because of how powerful Deadeye becomes. Deadeye finally for archers will be amazing because they're incentivized to move around instead of being incentivized to stand still, which doesn't make any sense for an archer who's constantly trying to keep range, right? Really excited for those changes for archery. I think that'll make the whole class a lot better, but there's even more that come with it that make it even better. So it's just there's so many things that are coming out in the future that we just don't have yet. And it sucks, man. It sucks they don't rush this stuff. It sucks that we can't get changes that help the quality of life of the entire game as soon as humanly possible. It just doesn't happen. They have to follow a patch line. And so it just turns people off, in the meantime, because it's hard to play the game, or there's issues, or the client is just completely unstable and ridiculous. It sucks that's the way it is, but like it's been like this for 6 years, and I don't know. I get why people are fed up, but I still like the game in general. Obviously, I mean I still play it. It's just there's always going to be these little problems. You kind of have to work around them and not really care. Like, I don't really care, right? Losing doesn't mean anything to me. Nothing. I just remember reading something that was changed to concealment. Concealment? No, confinement. Really? Oh, I think you're right, actually. I think they do change the pillar thing to confinement later. That is true. So this malicious binding eventually gets changed to confinement, which means you can get out of it. There are ways to reduce confinement duration, as well as remove confinement or give immunity to confinement. So that would be kind of neat, actually, because malicious binding is such a high cooldown that if you can deny that from someone, it's quite a bit, actually. It pretty much makes one of their skill points completely useless. This just doesn't help, right? Yeah, that's right. I guess we'll see. Again, it's other reasons why so much stuff coming out in the future I'm really excited for. A lot of different things that make the gameplay more reasonable and interesting. Between any archetype, right? It's the same person. They should go play it. I don't know why they weren't going to play it. I can go leather if I notice they go leather, but like, you have to play. Like, it's more fun to actually go. Everybody does it, so you kind of have to. But in general, it's more fun to go the set that your opponent is bad against, right? That they'll do less damage on, because then the fight lasts longer. All right, looks like they did go play. So now the fight should last longer, and could make things a little bit more interesting. But yeah, he's really trying for Deadeye. Oh, God. No! He got rid of it. Good for him. Oh, God. Even though it was showing on my screen, I couldn't actually get to him.
Target is facing the wrong direction. Target is facing the wrong direction. Target is
Oh my
facing
gosh.
the wrong direction.
The desync. Quite a bit. Yeah, archers I'm generally okay against. There's some really good archers that will kill me before I can even do anything. I'm just out of range, actually. Wow.
First blood.
Shrug it off as a 2-minute cooldown. Yes, totally. All of those, not Bondbreaker, but the ones from Armand Scene Defense are really good. But they're, the 2 minute cooldown really does make it fair, yeah. I wish they had more things in the game that would just break debuffs. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna have to lock you in there. I don't have any choice. So you can't use any archery abilities for 3 seconds when I do that. And then what I want to do... Oh, that didn't trip him because he wasn't tripping with damage. Gosh. This is actually a really, really hard fight.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
Got him. Okay. He's getting better, though, fighting me, so that's good. Shrug it off his 2 minute cooldown. Oh, Shrug and Bond used to remove everything besides fear and sleep. Yeah, that's right. They used to be way, way more ridiculous. And you know what? I never played with it back then. I never played with Bondbreaker ever. Ever since the release. And I know that's like a sin, because everybody used to use Bondbreaker. But the problem is that Bondbreaker still, to this day, you can push the button, and... or no, I'm sorry. When you push the button, it doesn't actually go off unless you are snared, right? And even back in the day, it wouldn't actually work if you weren't actually in a crowd control effect. So what everybody would do is they would spam that button as much as humanly possible. And I hated that. I hated that. Like, during any fight, you're just constantly spamming that button just in case you get crowd controlled. I never wanted to do that, period. So I just learned to play without it. And still to this day, if you push Bondbreaker and you're not snared, it just doesn't go off, right? So you're kind of incentivized to always be pushing that button, when you think you're about to get snared, so that snare lasts the least amount of duration possible. Some people macroed this. It's ridiculous. They would macro it, just so that it always gets pushed. Back in the day, it actually lasted 2 seconds. It did, yeah, you're right. Back in the way day, yeah. It used to actually be a... You're right. It used to be an actual buff that you put on yourself. So that's true. That was a little different. But now, I don't know. I can't use it. I just can't do it. I don't want to sit there pushing a button, Snare doesn't even last that long anyways. I'll just wait through it. And if I get snared, that's my fault. Because generally, you can get out of most snares from even happening at all. The only snare that you can't get out of, ever, like, pretty much you can't avoid by running or jumping or pushing a target back or whatever, is Earthing Grip, right? Because that's magic. So unless even that you can just get out of the radius of, right? But it's not as easy. But like Charge is a snare, but you can get out of it just by backpedaling, or holding S and W. Honestly, Charge will not even connect if you do that, and you just have enough movement speed. Very easy to dodge a Charge. The snare that you can get from archery, you just dodge pretty easily, even if it's ranged. What other snares? I mean, just in general, most snares are pretty easy to get out of. So I don't really care about Bondbreaker. Like, if I get caught by it, that's my fault. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I've always had that mentality, which is why I just don't use it. I do like the old way more. Like, that's how any of those abilities should work. If you push the button, it should go on cooldown. That's it, Maybe gives you immunity for 2 seconds, sure. But, like, in general, like, if you push Bondbreaker by accident and you're not snared, you should be punished for trying that, honestly. Because then people aren't sitting there spamming it all the time. You don't feel like you have to spam it all the time. You actually have to push it when you need to, and not when you think you need to, or when you think you're about to need to. Which I like a lot better, and obviously that's how other games do it anyways, right? Because the mechanic of having to push a button constantly is just kind of not good. It doesn't feel good. It's a maintenance button, essentially. The worst maintenance buttons, obviously, they've taken out a lot of them, but the biggest one right now is Songcraft Rhythm Stacks, the Deadly Rhythm, where you generally want to be pushing this button all the time. And I don't like, you don't have to, right? You could be playing songs, but generally that's what you do. So I don't like maintenance buttons, and this just felt like a maintenance button to me, so I never ended up pushing Bondbreaker. And to be fair, that's why I never used Aromancy. I never played Dark Runner, because back in the day you could stack up the stacks of Thwart, right? And so it became a maintenance button. Everybody, even in town, was constantly pushing Thwart every few seconds, you know, whenever they could, just because they were used to it, and they just wanted all the stacks up just in case, you know. So it became a huge maintenance button that kind of get ingrained in people's memories, and so you know, because of that, I just never played those kind of classes because I don't like maintenance buttons. It's not fun to me, right? I want to push buttons when I need to, not preemptively or something like that. Not all the time, and then it feels like a habit where you have to push them. And that's kind of why I don't like Terrifying Roar, because I'm just not good at, you know, preemptively pushing this or pushing this when I need to. It's not ingrained in my memory yet. It's less of a maintenance button, right? Because you actually do want to use this at a certain time. But it's still like, I just need so much practice with actually using it, and more you know, usefully as well. I'm out of sparring arenas, but let's just keep going because I don't really care. I'm not in the leaderboard. The leaderboard is all Stena at the moment. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't fight Stena people. So it's just everybody from Stena, and that's it. It's nothing. That's it. It's all Stena. Everybody's Stena. It's crazy. I can't even fight them. I can't even see them in the list. If I look at all the other servers, almost no one is participating in the sparring arena at all. Like, it's just, the numbers are so low. Look at Jurgen. 22 this whole month. Has anybody from Jurgen done Gladiator Arena still? No. No one. No one from Jurgen has above 4,000 rating. Nope. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at Jurgen's gear score. Look at all these people that could be in the Gladiator Arena. None of them have done it. None. I don't get it, man. It's so weird. We need some more incentives for doing the arenas, I think. We need more events and stuff around the arenas that just rotate frequently. Like a whole week. Like if every week it changed, so like 1 week Free-for-All Arena gave double, and then the next week Sparring Arena gave double, and then the next week's, you know, Gladiator Arena gave double. If we had things like that, maybe we'd actually have a more frequently used system because everybody was focusing on one arena every week, right? More often than the other ones. But I don't know. I've been suggesting things like that for years. I don't think anything's going to happen. Watched my key binding video yesterday? You don't have wide bound. I don't have wide bound. What do you mean? I don't have wide bound to anything. I think. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I do actually for these menu options. These things. What are they? Like when you're in a glider. So R, T, Y, U, all these. But I have them as shift and those values because I use the regular ones for actual abilities. You know. But Y is pretty far for me. I don't want to use that as a button. But I'm glad that the video helped kind of at least put you back in the mindset to take a look over your hotkeys and see what you can do better. I've gotten some positive results from that, from people benefiting from the video. One person commented on the video too, which was nice, saying that they actually found it useful. So that's good. I'm glad. This makes me happy. Ooh, dagger spell. Remember the good old days? Dagger spell. He could just be a sorcery, actually. Just full sorcery. I might have to go leather for this. Complete plate set. I have to go leather, cloth. Cloth, right? Oh, I can't choose it anymore. I'm leather. Fine. He doesn't have every ancestral ability. Or no, I think 10... No, now it's 13. Alright. Bloodthirst is good, though. Should be here. Did he use freeing? Whatever. Yeah, he did. He used flame. Ah! Damn. Doing no damage because insulating lens is crazy. Damn. Wait, really? Oh man, I can't get out of it either, huh? Oh no! I got slept! Wait. Oh, he really messed up there. Okay. I think he was trying to do something else. Damn. Why is not unreachable for you? It isn't unreachable for me, but I'd have to move my hand quite a bit to push it. I don't want to do that. Got him. Oh god. Really? Damn it. Hey, you missed that one. Hooray! That's all I care about. Did he actually sleep me? Oh, I was gonna do Tiger Strike so that I would stop that. Damn. That would have been really cool. I was gonna do Tiger Strike right at the end of that debuff, so that Life Tiger Strike could make me immune to sleep for that duration. Ah, that would have been so good. I gotta use Life Tiger Strike a lot better too, just in general. There's a lot of times when I just use it to get closer to a target, but it really should just be to avoid something. It's hard against Witchcraft though, because a lot of Witchcraft abilities are instant. So you have to kind of predict when someone wants to do something. Otherwise, there's not really a prep time, right? Alright. Fanatic again. Great. Alright. That's fine. I'll just take another loss. I can do my best, but generally the Fanatics will tend to win this. Or... oh man. How crazy would it be if I just switched over to Arachnomancer and went full magic damage? Huh? That'd be pretty good, right? Show up not as a curse brand anymore. Should stealth, right? Ah! Serpent's Glare. You're with me here. What are you doing? Did he not trip from that? Okay.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
Ah, damn it. Arc Lightning. That's still gonna hit me no matter what, huh? Yep, of course it is, because it's Arc Lightning, and that's how it works. Because it's a ridiculously powerful move. Yeah, I lost. Nothing I can do here. Oh god, Arc Lightning is ridiculous. Even if you're out of range of it, it'll still hit you. Evasion.
Target is facing
Of course.
the wrong direction.
Nah, there's nothing you can do about this. It's too powerful, man. It's really, really hard to fight these things. With plate and everything, yeah, there's not much I can do. Yeah, we're just not close enough. But again, Fnatic is meant to kill me, so it's just a 1v1 game. Doesn't really matter. It's not really a big deal. Maybe I should just be queuing at Gladiator Arenas. At this point, I think I can pretty much kill anybody except for a healer. Even a tank I should be good at. Because I've got enough defense penetration for that. So maybe Gladiator Arenas is really where I need to go from now on. Is it time? Probably not. The main reason that I don't like ladder arenas is because usually the fights last 5 milliseconds and that's it. And I don't like that. It's not really, it's not fun. It's a ping battle. It's not the craziest thing. Um, Alright, fighting a Fnatic. Again, 17,000 gear score. So pretty much he's got everything at Mythic. Alright. Which means he's got tons of extra gems on him. It's not something I can really fight against. Just so many Fanatics, though. Oh my god, they last literally. It's not even a fight. It's just mana bolts. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really that interesting to me. That's why I don't do Glad Arenas. It's just boring. I could play a tank. I could go in and do a full stand build, but then what's the point of that, too? See, Sparring Arena is more fun, but the problem is that it's still very, very unbalanced in terms of the buffs. Plate is just way more powerful than Cloth. So Plate against melee is way more powerful than Cloth against mages. Especially because Cloth against mages doesn't matter, because mages are always going to hit. Whereas Plate and Shield, all that just stops melee and ranged completely. So yeah, I mean, it's not balanced around 1v1, I get it, but I want to earn my Curios badges, you know, and I want to have some fun while I'm doing it. But these fights are just not fun. There's no skill, right? It's just doing the same thing over and over again. Sparring is a lot of skill, definitely. And even if you're playing classes that are much more cheesy, it's still a lot of skill to be able to know what to do and when. So I'm not going to say anything against that. It's just things are a little bit wonky in terms of balance. But they don't really, I don't know, they're not really spending a lot of time on that, so I can't expect anything to get changed there. Not in the next year, anyways. I just want our client to be better, that's it. If our client was a lot better and as smooth as Korea's, it would just make a world of difference. Now that I'm like starting to realize that it's getting worse and worse, the client itself is getting just worse and worse every patch. I'm starting to see why. I just want to fix it. That's all I want to do, is get that thing fixed so that we can actually enjoy the gameplay experience more. And it's hard to. It's hard to when, like, you can't really stream and play. When I'm not streaming, it works out a lot better, but I don't know, dude. I want to stream, right? I want to. It's just hard to. I wonder if there's anything else that I could have done. Not really, right? Because I can catch them in, like, a boneyard or something, but I just get insta-stunned because of the chain lightning. So I can't really avoid the chain lightning, unless I also use Defiance, but by that point it'd be too slow, because Lightning Meteor would hit, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, against a Fnatic in this situation with somebody with much higher gear score, there's not really much I could do. And I don't think that Stenna is in our Gladiator Arena one, right? Yeah. So Stenna isn't here. But like, they're in every other one and we can't even fight them. It's ridiculous. It's mind-numbing. I don't like this. I don't like that things work the way that they do sometimes. But we don't have any control over that, and honestly, neither does Game Ago. Nobody does. We can just complain about stuff to XL, but it's probably never going to get fixed or changed. Actually, when does this period end? 7-1? Do we have like 2 more days or something? There's no way. There's no way that in Sparring Arena against people who barely queue up, am I going to be able to even get onto this board? Because Stenna is just going to completely take over it. Maybe I could just do it off stream, or at least I don't lag as much. I might have to do it that way. Ah, same person. Oh, actually, if they're playing Fnatic, yeah, they still have Malediction, so I can't even open with Boneyard. I have to open with anything I can that causes crowd control. I don't have a silence yet. Of course, Twin Shadow Slash will become way better later. But, I can't wait. Like, the Part 3 patch is just amazing. And then the later patches, just so good for melee and ranged. Really, really excited about that. Oh my god. Okay, I actually CC'd him, so I don't know how he got Serpent's Bite off at all. That was very strange. Serpent's Bite should have missed. Or shouldn't have actually finished, you know? No target selected. Okay, that time it worked. Right? That time I did actually stop Serpent's Bite, because I crowd controlled him after he pushed it. I don't know what happened the previous time. Okay, it's actually fine. Oh god, nope, never mind. Ah, that's, I don't know, Chain Lightning is really good. I can't really fight that either. Like, I used, the moment I got hit by Chain Lightning, I used Defiance, right? But it's already too late. Because the lag time there is already enough for him to hit me with anything. So it's not really, it's an unavoidable death. Which isn't fun, right? I want to have avoidable deaths. I could pre-use Defiance, right? And hope in the next second he doesn't use Chain Lightning. There is that. In fact, that's kind of how I have to play that, don't I? I have to pre-use Chain Lightning. I'm sorry, not Chain Lightning. I have to pre-use Defiance before their Chain Lightning. Ugh. What a terrible way to play. I don't want to do that. It's really, really hard. Because then I don't have, you know, if they don't use it, then that's it, right? If I had this, I could use it, right? Divine Blessing. But no, I used it earlier while I was farming, because I wanted to see how fast I could use Blade Flurry. Which, it's pretty fast. I mean, I just gotta say it, the maximum amount of attack speed is pretty fast. Oh, also I don't have the statue buff, which he does, so that's not gonna change too much here, but it's a difference. Oh, he doesn't have the statue buff, actually. Okay, of course. Okay, I avoid... Doesn't matter. It's ridiculous! I avoided everything, too. I actually avoided Chain Lightning. But Serpent's Bite just does all of my health and damage. That's it. One Mana Bolt and Serpent's Bite and I'm dead. What's the fun in that? Yeah, I don't know. It's not fun. Gladiator Arena isn't fun. Ugh. And it's not even a gear score thing, it's just the fact that it does so much damage. I could avoid it completely, right? I could just completely avoid Malediction stacks. I could play a different class, but Fnatic's is just too good against mine. And I don't really want to play a different class, because I still want to figure out, you know, ways to win with this one. And there will be more ways, right? With Part 3, I'll have abilities to silence from range, which is devastating, honestly. It'll probably be a big comeback for melee against mages in a 1v1 scenario, but until then, it's not really a thing. Actually, is it silence that they get? Let me see. Excel Games, Arcade Calculator. So Twin Shadow Slash in the later patch, in the Part 3 patch, they get... Yeah, oh, no, I see. It's actually, if a target is impaled, they get shackled. That's what it is. If a target is impaled, then they are shackled when you use Twin Shadow Slash. if the target is silenced, they are silenced for longer. So it actually extends the duration of silence. Relentless Assault extends the duration of Shackle. So again, I get more ways to fight against melees and ranged people, pretty much. Now, with Arachnomancer, with this build, it'll be even crazier because I will have ways to silence people from range and follow up on them to continue a silence and be able to do whatever I want. This is nice in a raid versus raid setting because you can actually stop a healer from doing anything and then follow up with Absorb Life Force and Innervate, or one after another, and completely shut down somebody's healing. Or at least on themselves. Like, that's so awesome. I can't wait. But we're a little ways away from that, and I still need Curios badges, so it's kind of very, very hard to do this. Let's see who's in Sparring Arena. A Death Wish. Okay, so this should be a little bit more interesting. If we both go plate, although he's only Ancestral level 4. But if we both go plate, this fight could actually last some time and be interesting. So I'm excited about this one. You should have gone plate, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright. I'm already tired, so we'll see how this goes. What?
Target is facing the wrong direction.
Oh wow, he actually evaded that. That's interesting. Okay, get out of there. Oh, how did he follow up with the slow? Oh, I know what he did! That's amazing!
Target is facing the wrong direction.
I actually want him to be here. Haha! Why would you do that? You knew what I was gonna do! Why in the world? You don't have to use it. It's a choice. Oh wow, man, he's really going full out. That's awesome. So I love this, actually. He's using tons of abilities from Swiftblade. Tons and tons of them. I'm gonna lock him in there. Oh, I didn't lock him in there. That's cool. I still have my Defiance, but yeah. Okay, he used everything from Swiftblade. He used Entangle, I think he used Primal Strike, he had Dusk Shroud, he definitely had Reverberate. He had Entangle. Oh my gosh. He's got almost nothing from Battle Rage. Okay, I'm alright with that. Oh, never mind. You just hop over. Very casual. Not really a big deal. Just hop right over the boneyard. Oh, so much teleporting. Oh, you know what though? Because he's using a Blade Flurry one that moves him, I think it's just glitching around a lot, which is probably what was happening when I was using it. I think they really need to... I don't know, I guess Wave Blade Flurry makes it a lot more stable. I think he's just messing with it at this point. He's not really teleporting for any particularly good uses, but to try to avoid abilities that I wasn't even using. But it's fun though, I'm glad that he's playing like that. It's a bit more fun. Just using all the different moves. But yeah, Blade Flurry Teleport is... I don't know. It's hard to stream with. The Wave version will be nice. Like, when the Wave version comes out with Part 3, I'll actually be able to use it much more reliably. But, yeah, right now it's just really hard. It's really hard to make that work. And it really does look like a teleport. It does, like on my screen, Blade Flurry regular doesn't look too much like a teleport. It looks like you're moving. But when you're fighting in that particular situation, it definitely looks like a teleport, which is pretty cool. Somebody trying to queue up against themselves again. Okay. All right, people. I wish I knew who I was queuing up against so that I could like report them, you know? I wish I knew who this person was. But then, you just go up against somebody you don't want and you cancel, I guess. Oh, you know what? If they made it so that once you queue, there is literally nothing you could do to cancel it, that would be great. That would totally stop people from queuing against themselves. Well, not totally, right? Because they'll still do it when there's nobody else in the queue, but in general, it would prevent it, right? Quite a bit. Not for free-for-all arena or anything else, but it means if you queue up, you actually want to fight someone, and you are willing, to get anybody. Yeah, I don't like this. It's not fun either. They're just waiting out the timer. Oh well. Did I even get that many Curios badges today? I'm at 400. But I need 400 more. I need 400 more just to get a mount. And I don't even know what I want, honestly. Not sure what mount I need. Okay. Good. Or maybe I should just go for titles. Either titles or titles, mounts, or a combat pet, but those are really expensive. I don't think I want those. Oh, it's the same person. Continue series. I can't look at the store right now. Alright. Same thing, pretty much as last time. We'll try to, he tries to juke me out a lot with Blink, but I just have to watch out for that, which I think I did a pretty good job last time. Nice. He was able to juke that, which is pretty good. Oh! Oh, did he use, You are now stuck with me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wait, you're not stuck with me anymore. What? Why? Ah, never lucky, man. Today's been a pretty unlucky day when it comes to this kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. Nice, he got stunned, but I couldn't really take advantage of it. Okay. I'm wondering what he could do better against me. What could he do as a Death Wish? He could definitely time throw dagger a lot better, but I don't think he has it. I think he has so many points invested into Swiftblade that he doesn't have throw dagger or behind enemy lines, even. He does have stealth. He could open up with a stealth somehow, but I don't think he was necessarily looking for that. Is that? No, it didn't work. Oh, he's not even snare immune. I'm not sure how he got out of that snare. Maybe it's evaded or something? Oh, he blinked right back. Okay. He actually should have stayed there and waited and saw what would happen. Maybe he's just new to Swiftblade. But that's good. At least he's practicing them. 60% reduction in accuracies. Okay. Not too bad, at least. And I recovered a lot of my points. I could actually get on the leaderboard, but I honestly doubt that's the case with so many people, so many mages that are queuing up. Alright, I want to go soon here, so maybe we'll do a couple more. So I want to go and eat dinner. I want to go out and actually get some nice food that I'm very excited about with some a nice ramen place that's opening up again. A ramen place that's been closed for a while. You know, so many places have been closed since the beginning of this pandemic, and I'm glad this one's reopening. It's just they're taking tons of good precautions. We're only gonna order from there and then pick it up, and I'm so excited to finally have really good ramen again. It's like super high quality ramen is one of my favorite things in the world. It's just so good. That Sinisterberry introduced me to a little while back when I first met her. Let's go and queue up to... I guess we'll just keep... I don't know, I don't want to keep doing sparring. I don't want to fight the same guy again either, because I feel like they're getting kind of tired of me. But I'm close in the rankings. I mean, I need 100 more, and then I can get on here to get an extra, what, 100 curios? 50 curios badges. To be honest, I really don't care too much about that. I'd rather just keep queuing every day to get the, you know, all the curious badges just from wins and losses each day, or, you know, during a month. I gotta do them more often. At least, you know, actually, the fact that I've been losing so much more today, even though I'm higher in the rankings now, but the fact that I've been losing so much more overall is actually a great way to get me back into arenas in a mindset where I don't really care about wins or losses, which is how it should have been, you know, to begin with. It's how it used to be, but for some reason lately I've had queue anxiety, which doesn't make any sense. It never really makes sense, so I'm trying to get over that again, and this is actually a pretty good way to do it, especially on stream. Thanks for following Top Ninja. Also, that said, normally I don't really have any schedule for streams or anything. I just kind of stream whenever I can. This is a hobby of mine. It's not a, you know, I mostly stream to help people out, answer questions and such. Today's been a little bit more focused on arenas, which is nice. But again, if you like the content, please go ahead and follow the channel so that you do know when I go live. And I also have social media links down below, where I also announce whenever I go live, right? Those kind of things exist. There's a Discord for the Arcade Research and Development Discord. This should be good. Dagger spell. Wait, a dagger spell that's cloth? Okay. That normally plays cloth? That's very interesting, actually. Alright, he's going magic, so I'm gonna go cloth. Okay. This could be tough, with how powerful witchcraft tends to be in this arena. Free runner. Whoa, jeez. Alright, calm down, guy. Holy crap. Right? Give me a break. Wait, bubble trap. Ah! I'm dead. He actually didn't hit me with Insidious Whisper, so that's okay. Ugh. Oh my god, that was so much burst damage. I have to avoid that next time. If I don't avoid that, I'm dead. In reality, it's just, it will do too much. It will keep increasing in greater numbers. Wait, what? How would you do that? I have a cult with me. Oh, that's why. Okay, fair enough. Ah! Damn. Good, avoided it. Awesome. Bubble trap will get me. Ooh, quite a bit. That's not good. That's bad. Fucking hell. So much stuff. That's a lot of teleports. How did he do that? Wait, how did he do that? How did he do those teleports? Oh, right. He's, it's from witchcraft. What am I doing? He's just using the shorter version of those teleports. Alright. Okay, everything is... He's got insulating lens on. That's what's doing it. He's got so much more health, too. I guess it's just done. Look how much damage, though. The insulating lens soaks up so much damage. It still took me several hits to be able to actually kill him. What? At least I'm getting back into arenas properly, so that's good. I didn't really answer any questions today. I just had conversations with Ziggy the whole time. I think it still worked. I have actually a... Mind the list yet? No. I need a few more wins to guarantee anything, which is just not guaranteed in itself. But anyways, yeah, so on Twitch I actually have a collection of all the streams that had mostly PvP content. And I don't reference it very much, but there's actually like 30 VODs in there. There's like 33 videos or something in there. And each of them are like several hours long, and a lot of them are just arenas constantly and stuff like that. And I can finally add another thing to that, because it's been a long time since I've added something to that album. And while a lot of these duels today have been kind of aggravating and losses against, classes that I'm generally not supposed to kill, I think overall it's been a pretty good experience that I needed to have to get back into arenas and not worry about stuff. Just playing for fun, as it should be. Oh, actually, my time is almost up. All right, I'm gonna head off actually, so I'll end the stream here. I don't think there's any last minute stuff to talk about. So again, if you like the content, please go ahead and follow. You'll know whenever I go live on Twitch, just because, again, I kind of stream at completely random times. There's social media links like Twitter below, where I also announce when I go live, same as on the Discord. Don't think there's anything else that's too crazy, so appreciate the folks who are sticking around today. And I will see you all next time, which will probably be next weekend, unless I can find some time during the week in the afternoon. Doesn't seem like a super busy week this week, but I don't know, things always tend to pop up, especially as, people are starting to get back to their regular daily lives, with masks, of course, trying to be safe. So, it's been nicer to meet up with friends a little bit more often. Was here just a moment ago. I know, yeah, he just popped in. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. You just caught me right at the end of a stream. I only had like a couple hours to stream anyways, so my time is done. Ugh. I'm going out for dinner. I'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. See ya.